Welcome to this episode of Just One Watch. If you could only have just one watch, would the watch in today's episode be good enough for you? Well, what are you looking for in a one watch collection? A design that's timeless. Well, stands the test of time, right? It needs to be sporty. At the very least, you have to survive getting pushed into a hotel pool by some yahoo. Also needs to be dressy. Has to fit nicely underneath the shirt cuff. Whether it's a suit, tuxedo, whatever you got going on, it needs to get you to the wedding and back, wherever you're going. And lastly, you got to be satisfied with a one watch to the point where you would not be willing or needing to buy any more watches, if you can even imagine such a thing. Now that we know what we're after in a one watch collection, let's see if this one makes the grade. A very special just one watch, my absolute all-time go-to just one watch for me personally. If I had to lose every single watch I own, all the way down to the Casio DW 5600, this is the exact one watch I would try to keep. It is, for me, perfection. It's my absolute favorite watch. I love this watch the same way those people who buy little matching sweaters and booties for their dog love their dog. That's how much I love this watch, and you'll understand that in a minute. This is a Brosnan era wave dial, but it's got the GMT. And for me, it's so puzzling as to why James Bond doesn't have a GMT watch. Maybe it's because he's traveling so much that one extra time zone isn't going to do jack squat for 007. That's possible. But maybe Q could wire up some kind of goony, special use for the GMT hand. It's a compass or a Geiger counter or some nonsense. Why doesn't he have a GMT watch? I'm actually irritated that he doesn't. And I don't know why. It's none of my business. This watch, when this watch was sold, came on this bracelet. All right, it's that very typical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 9 link type deal. This particular watch didn't come on this. This watch was sold on the standard Omega 3-link bracelet. I bought this bracelet for this watch so that it would have it. I love that other bracelet, and I probably wear it more on there than this, but I also bought this bracelet for it. This is the Omega mesh bracelet. Okay, vintage. I bought this Tropic strap for this watch. I bought this blue isofrane strap. I'm a nut. I bought this white Zealand strap for it. Now the funny thing about these straps, none of the other watches get to wear them. They are just for this GMT because I'm an absolute nut. With the exception of this mesh one. I put this mesh one on my my 300 Watchco as well. I rock it on there. But anytime I can get a cute, neat strap for this, I get it. And because of the pop of the red, I'm liable to buy a red isofrane. He smells so good. I'm liable to get a red isofrane for it, although that's a bit loud. It looks pretty choice on this white strap, this white silicone one, and it fits it perfectly. These are great straps, and they make them custom for the different Omega models. So that is my love of the watch. Had to get that out of the way because didn't score that great, if I'm being honest, all things considered. All right, let's get to it. Timeless. No, it's not timeless. It's getting a 7. Now, the other model, the Quartz Brosnan, scored higher. It got a 9. There are other things at play on this dial. There's the 24-hour scale, -1. There's the red hand, -1. So I'm at a 7 on it. Not that minuses and pluses work like that, but it's just not as timeless as the regular, Brosnan Quartz. There's more things going on here. Now, I love the more things going on here. It's just not going to be that timeless. Sporty, 10. Bum bum. No mystery there. Dress. 6. Gosh, it is not suitable in the dress category. It is 14 and a half thick. My goodness, that is chronograph territory. And it's partly, if not mostly, to do because that display case back, which I love. This is the only Brosnan era, this is coaxial movement, that has a display case back. And the thinness or thickness is suffering because of it. The titanium automatic is just as thin as the quartz, but the GMT complication does not add much, if anything, to movement height. It's that display case back. And if I'm being honest, I don't care. It's beautiful. I can't picture something else you would need to pack into this watch to make it better. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And therefore, and that here to it, satisfied? 10. Absolutely satisfied with this watch, utterly and completely. Which of course brings the score to 33. Not the best score relative to the other watches we've looked at in this series, but this is distinctly and uniquely my absolute just one watch collection because I adore it. And I got it for a steal years ago. Got it for a big steal. I'm not going to say how much because it was not a lot. It was a good steal. Which proof positive, you got to hunt. If you hunt a watch, if you're vigilant, if you know what you're after, you will get a good price on the watch you want. Even in this crazy madness of watch prices we're seeing today. So the belle of the ball, my absolute perfect, just one watch.